Hello everyone, it is Power here. Hope you're all having a very nice day. If you'd like to show some support, then feel free to leave a like or subscribe. But basically, in today's video, I would like to go over, in what my opinion is, the strongest Steam Deck and the easiest Steam Deck it is to upgrade into potentially your first deck to play on the ladder. So this is the Laser Focus Steam Deck. What really sets this apart for me compared to the other Steam Decks is the amount of very strong setup cards this deck has, because really your deck isn't all that consistent in the team deck because you have 24 Pokemon, you have 20 energy, which is far too much amount really, and you only have 16 trainers, so you need to have consistent ways of setting up your Pokemon. And the whole point of the deck is that you're going to use Malamar, Psychic Recharge, to accelerate basic energies onto your various attackers. You have Gumshoos, who's a nice little attacker. You have Silvally, who's like the secondary attacker, basically. And then you have, of course, the big boy Necrozma himself, who can potentially do 160 damage very easily. So that is the deck, basically. But you need to have a lot of Inkays and Malamars going, so we use Mesprit over here to set up 3 basic Pokemon. And then we have Tauros to also get Mesprit. And this is my opinion, although the trainers may be a bit outdated by this point, like Bugcatcher is pretty weak, there is still a lot of good stuff in here, and it is worth upgrading. So I'm going to go over to the deck manager and show essentially just 2 extremely similar lists of an upgraded laser focus deck. Basically, I have two lists. Wait, where is it? Yeah, there we go. So I've been horsing around with several lists. Laser Focus Upgraded 2 is literally just the expanded one that I've been playing around with. The only difference expanded is that it plays for an S-Ball, because this card is legal and expanded, and it is very cheap. So if you're just starting out, you can pick up these very cheaply on the trade menu, as well as playing Floatstone, which is a little bit more expensive, but you can play Air Balloon if you want. And that's pretty much the only expanded cards that are in the expanded variant. And then the Laser Focus Upgraded 3, which we'll showcase over here. This is basically the list that you can play in Standard. And it is pretty good. Like, I would say there is some things I would consider changing about it, but if you want a good Standard deck to try and play around with, then this is a very good first deck. So, as you can see, 2 Laser Focus contents actually get you most of a Standard deck. You get the 4 Cynthia, you get 4 Mysterious Treasure, you get 4 of Necrozma, you get a 4/4 Malamar line, sorry there, 4 Ordino, and you also get, no, you don't get Recycle Energy. You get switches, and you also get Tate and Liza, which is sort of like the alternate supporter card if you don't have Research. But Research are a really good supporter card, so I recommend trying to get some Research if you can. Marnie's also another really good one, but hopefully you don't need it. And generally just a very cheap deck. You can pick up a lot of trainers like Quick Ball and Air Balloon very cheaply. I won't do a game today because of the restraints, but I will do one in the future, don't worry. Force Spell Tag is just really helpful for putting up the special damage. We have Capture Energy, which can hopefully hunt down some more Pokemon, and Recycle Energy, which is going to let us reuse Recycle Energy after the Necrozma is knocked out. So, very consistent. And then, of course, Ordinary Rod, which is going to just shuffle Pokemon energy back into the deck, which can be really good because we need more Necrozma to attack with. And then we have 1 Espeon Deoxys. You don't have to play this card, but I've found it to be very useful for the cross-division jacks mainly. If you can get a lot of energy on there, you can potentially spread up to 20 or 10 damage counters, which is, it doesn't sound like a lot, but especially in the late game, this can be a very nice finishing move, just because we don't have any gusting options. I did consider the Pokemon Catcher, but I just was like, what would I remove, basically, is more the question. I'm guessing you could remove an Espeon Deoxys for a boss's order if you happen to get a hold of one, but I was wary about how expensive they are right now. So, State of Choice, Viridian Forest, just letting you discard a card, search your deck for basic energies. This is very strong with Malamar, because what we can do is discard a basic energy, search our deck for another basic energy, and then attach one, and then use Malamar to accelerate the energy. So, very easy deck to play. You're just setting up your board, really. We have Ordino over here, who is also in the team deck. You can upgrade this to Jirachi if you have them, at which point you'd swap Air Balloon for skateboards. But basically, the healing ability, once in your turn, then you draw a card. It might be a supporter, it might be an energy that you need. You know, it's basically just an extra card every turn, and you do play 2 switch to sort of move and maneuver out the active. So, yeah, that's basically the deck. If you have any questions or thoughts on the list, then feel free to leave it in the comment section, and I hope to see you all next time. Thanks for watching.